Hi everyone, in this video I'll give you a quick rundown of how to build one of the best, most overpowered mid laners in the game right now, Akshan. Akshan has been, objectively, one of the best mid laners in solo queue since he was released. He consistently has one of the highest win rates patch after patch since his release, and there are multiple Challenger Akshan players. About myself, I hit Challenger multiple times playing either Akshan, Talon, or Singed mid, while I play casually around the Grandmaster level when playing for fun. You can catch me streaming on twitch.tv/Nikjojo. On screen now is the build you'll be running in 90% of your games. In case you don't want to watch the rest of this video, you can pause the video here. Onto the runes, there are two pages you'll typically want to run. Like 80% of the time, you'll pick Press the Attack. PT obviously does far more damage than Fleet, and is my favorite keystone to pick. But it only works well if you can actively proc the keystone. So pick it into matchups where you're sure you can auto-attack a lot. For example, against a Stylus mid, Aurelion Soul, or Yone mid. The only time I pick Fleet Footwork, which is like maybe 20% of the time, is into champions like Syndra or LeBlanc, where I need to dodge their skill shots or I simply can't auto-attack them multiple times if I were to take Press the Attack. For secondary runes, you almost always want to be picking Bone Plating and the Shield Bash. This combo makes you a strong duelist and works very well when surprising an enemy, when you jump in out of your W or when you straight engage with your E. There's not really much of an option for these secondary runes. Onto the items, you'll likely be building first item Kraken Slayer and second item Blade of the Ruined King in 90% of your games. These pair of items should work against nearly every opponent in almost every game. But for your third item onwards, some combination of either Guinzu's Rageblade, Wit's End, or even Guardian Angel works. Personally, I don't build Infinity Edge that often since the item is too expensive when compared to your other options. Personally, I've been building Edge of Night or Bloodthirster as a third item for quite some time that I don't see many other Akshan players doing. Maw of Malmortius is also another incredibly strong buy against AP assassins. I build this against AP one-shotting champions like Eve or Syndra or even LeBlanc. If you want to stop getting one-shot by AP opponents, it's better to build Maw rather than building Wit's End, but only as a third item onwards. For your first two core items, it's almost always Kraken Slayer and Blade of the Ruined King. A lot of the times, you nearly never want to build LDR since Akshan deals a significant amount of AP damage anyways. AP damage and true damage from its core build. You can end up dealing a lot of AP damage if you build Wit's End into Guinzu's Rageblade together. The only time you really want to build LDR is when you have 4 members on the enemy team building armor. And even then, it's best to buy LDR as the 4th or 5th item. For boots, you almost always want to go for resistance boots. Either armor boots or magic resist boots, depending on your matchup. Attack speed boots are not that great on Akshan since he doesn't scale too well with attack speed anyways. It's the on-hit effects that are more important than attack speed on Akshan. If you don't believe me, you can look at the win rates when building attack speed boots versus resistance boots. And finally, you always take Ignite, and you don't really have much of an option here. This is very important. Your E will focus whoever you ignite during your E. If you don't have Ignite, your E can be wasted as it'll start attacking minions instead of the enemy if you decide to engage into an enemy while they're standing in their minion wave. I'll likely be making other guide videos on Akshan, such as matchups and tricks, depending on how much engagement this video gets. So if you find this video useful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.